Kali. Damn it. So strong, so forceful, so stupid when it comes to things like this. I suppose there's nothing else for it. We have to make Fortune. Walk the Two Moons path. It's been my destiny since I was a cub. I know that now. We walk the path, and I become the new main. Then we get my sister back.
Welcome to our sleepy little town of Willowgrove, traveler. We make the finest golden honey mead, rare and delicate on the tongue. Well, we do when things aren't all aflutter. We've got a number of beehives, right? We've been looking to clear some of the forest, expand out, and hired a mage to help make it happen. The buzz around town is that there's a problem. I don't know the details, though. I'd say you should go talk to Trethane Raneth. She runs our little town here. She has the biggest house in town, the one with 2 bulbs. Can't miss it. Have a good day, traveler.
Ah, welcome. I'm entertaining a guest at the moment. Is there something I can help with? Ah, people spreading rumors. You heard true enough. We hired an Altmer mage to clear the land above the village to make room for our beehives. He's been days now, and if he doesn't complete the contract soon... Well, if he doesn't complete the contract soon, he'll have to eat his wife. Alanya seems like a lovely girl, and I don't want that to happen. We are simple people here, and we know little of magic. As part of the contract, Alanya offered herself as our packed hostage. I want to give Master Pacomo more time to work his magic, but he has little time left. The Mage's tent has some papers and personal items inside. Perhaps you could look to see if anything there might explain this delay? And... perhaps Alanya may be able to suggest what to look for. I pray to the Green. You can help us resolve this. No one here wants to see this contract fail. I could. We hired Pacomo to clear the trees above the village. We're a devout community. We observe the Green Pact as closely as possible. Cutting down the trees for our own gain would be a clear violation of our belief. The philosophy, the religious point of view for most of my people. We hold the forest sacred, and the Pact forbids us from harming plants and trees. It can be somewhat inconvenient to stay true to our faith, but we manage. Yes, it is verboten for us to harm the forest by direct action. But for a non-believer, an outsider to clear the trees, especially for the benefit of the faithful, that is fine. Yes, of course. Before Pacomo came to town, We were gonna hire some Khajiit from Olkar to do the work. But when he and Alanya arrived, he asked if there was any service he could provide, so we took him up on his offer. It's somewhat complicated. This situation is all about a contract that ensures equal treatment between unequal partners. Pacomo is a mage, powerful and learned. We're just simple brewers. Tradition states that the pact hostage is a guarantee that the more powerful party will fulfill their end of the bargain. If Pacomo doesn't fulfill the contract, we'll be forced to prepare his wife and serve it to him as Unthrapa. In Tonrealic, it translates something like atonement. We say that if you are forced to eat the Unthrop, you must eat your sin. You must consume your failure.
This really is the most delightful brew. Being a packed hostage is turning out to be very pleasant, really. Oh, no, no, no. Not at all. Ronith has been a dear to me, and Percolmo told me all about this hostage thing. He says it's just a formality, that I don't have anything to worry about. So I'm not. Oh, silly Percolmo. Yes, yes, he's taking his time. Don't worry, he's getting it just right. I bet he's just forgotten some ritual components. Oh, the ritual itself, he did that once. Silly Percolmo. I bet he'd appreciate any help you'd be willing to give. Percolmo is a kind, gentle soul. Didn't help him at all in the guild, but it makes me love him all the more.
Oh, hello. You're not from Willow Grove. You're looking through my things. Can I help you? Thank the Eight. I really could use some help. Something's gone terribly wrong and I don't know what I did. I should never have told them I was a powerful mage. My poor Alanya. I don't want to eat her. A ritual? Oh, the ritual Master Tellinger sent for me. You're right. This should absolutely work. We'll just need to gather the right ingredients. Will you gather them? I should really attend to things on the hill. The chitin of a Horvor, 5 torchbug thoraxes, and a heartwood fragment. I don't know. Maybe Raneth will know where you can find these things. I have to get back up the hill. Just find me when you have them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I hoped there was something helpful in the tent. Starting to worry about how the other villagers will react to these continued delays. Ah, good then. What are you looking for? Perhaps I can help. Oh, heartwood. Any of our grown homes should have some. When the greenspeakers shape trees into houses, it often leaves behind wilted and useless heartwood. We keep them as decoration, but no one would mind getting rid of it. Cerolian should have some. He's a merchant. Travels all about Valenwood, but always returns home to us here in Willowgrove. He usually has some chitin from his travels to the Southern Wood.
What can I get for you? I have goods from the march and into Valenwood. I've got some spare chitin in stock, and I'd be happy to sell it to you. But, you're not from round here, right? I could use a favor. Really? Fine, sure. Take some chitin. Don't want to anger a mage. My friend from the tent, how good to see you. Did you find the ritual components? I don't know what you mean. Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. Ah, you noticed them. Well, that's true. I intended to summon up just a simple magical force to clear the trees. My people, we don't make pacts with Daedra, you know. But something went wrong. Very, very wrong. Cast the ritual. I've got everything ready here. Double check just to be sure. Just needed those components you gathered and... yes, ready to go. I'll just get started. Okay. I can do this. Just like forgetting my notes. Here we go. Wow! Master Tellinger's spell is easier than I thought. I think I... Something's wrong. What's going wrong? I did it right. I need help! It's just barely holding together. Since the spell I cast wasn't intended to bring in the Atronachs, I'm having trouble sending them back. I need to link the spell with the Atronachs. Cause, destroy the creatures and get me a core of each element type. And, hurry!
What's going on here? You summoned Daedra into our forest.
We're working on it. Please, I'm trying to.
You're a monster. Our contract is broken. The Green has spoken.
No! Wait! She seemed very upset. Very upset. Alanya, no! Ranith will cook her up now that she's seen what's happening here. I have to go. I'm such a failure. Please, you have to help me set this right. I normally fail at everything. You have to understand this spell worked too well. I wanted a simple magical construct and it summoned dozens of Atronachs. Something has to be corrupting my ritual, twisting it. Take this wand. I borrowed it from Master Tellinger before I left the guild. You can use it to pinpoint the source of the corruption. I have to go after Ranith. I have to save my wife.
Hey, mortal! Come on over here! Hey there, mortal. How you doing? Ha! You mortals. You always make me laugh. I'm a talking dog. Name's Barbas. I'm a companion to the Daedric Prince of Wishes. Guy by the name of Clavicus Vile. Hold on. We'll get to that in a moment. I bet you're here about all those Atronachs, right? That stupid mage let his magic get away from him. Well, this altar here next to me is the cause of all his problems. He had this silent plea to have something work well just once in his life. The altar twisted that up, and to be honest, it keeps me bound here. Look, do you want to fix things for that guy or not? His wife will get eaten if you sit around talking to dogs all day. If you want to set things right, you'll have to smash the altar. We'll both be happier with that altar smashed. You'll see. Sure, mortal. What can old Barbas tell you? He's a pain in my furry butt. That's what he is. He's the Daedric Prince of Deals. Make a wish, seal a pact, and he'll be there to grant you all the power you want. For a price, obviously. That's kind of a rude question, isn't it? I'm a dog. Look at my snuggly fur and cute wiggling tail. I'm adorable. Vile and I have a complicated relationship. How can I explain it to you? Oh, I'm a dog, right? He put me in the doghouse. Won't let me home unless somebody else lets me out. I don't really know. I guess there was some kind of cult here in the March a long time ago. Or maybe it represents the site of some kind of important pact. Even Vile's forgotten about this old place now.
Good luck with whatever it was.
You've returned. Don't try to interfere. But Calmo brought this on himself. Atronachs, in our wood. What are you talking about? I saw the Atronachs. Our sacred wood, ravaged by Daedric beasts. I gave him a chance and he spit in my face. I wish it were otherwise, but the Green Pact is clear. He must eat his sin. You have acted with honor so far, and I have no reason to think you a liar. But about the Atronachs, though, we aren't prepared to face beasts like that. And he can send those things away. I see. It's clear to me now that Willowgrove needs someone wise to the ways of spellcasting. In the meantime, I owe some apologies. I will set about freeing Alanya. She did not deserve our rough treatment. He's locked within my home. He was being held until mealtime. Go and fetch him. I will untie Alanya and meet you there. What?
My friend! They hit me over the head and dragged me in here. Is Alanya safe? Truly? Thank the Eight, my friend. Without you, I would never have found out what was going on. Thank you. Alanya and I are deeply in your debt. Where is she? What are we waiting for then? Let's go!
Master Pacalmo, Lady Alanya, please, accept my apology.
Don't worry. I thought it was my fault too.
What he means to say is, these sorts of misunderstandings happen. We're not the type to hold a grudge.
Right. Yes. That's what I meant.
I'd like to extend you a more permanent offer here. We could use someone with your diligence and knowledge.
I don't really follow. I don't want to put Alanya at...
Dear, she's offering you a job. You'd be the town mage.
Really? I mean, yes, absolutely. If it's all right with you, dear.
I think I'd quite like that. No more stone tables, though, Ronith.
It would be our honor to have you both here. We came far too close to a tragedy here. If we'd wrongly slain Alanya. Thanks to you, a touch of a Daedric prince is enough to muddy any water. I look forward to working with Master Pacalmo. We could really use someone of his expertise. May the green guide your steps.
Please, you must stop. Listen to me. You have come to Hadran's caravan for the games, yes? The gambling? My hand is missing. I fear the worst, and I do not know what to do. He is my mate, my life partner. He came to the caravan to bet on the games, to win gold so that we could make a life together. Foolish Tan. No coin is worth his life. His father and sister joined me in the search and told me of a woman named Azum. She works for Hadran himself. Might even know where my boy has gone, but would not speak to us. Please, will you try to speak to her? I can see the benevolence of Srendar in your eyes. Thank you. Who can say why a man in love does anything? We have spoken about our plans over the last few years. What we want to do with our lives. Tan grew restless, tired of waiting for tomorrow to come. Our dream, do not laugh, please. Tan's father, Mozak, is a cook, and a very accomplished cook. My Tan is a good cook as well, and I have always wanted to run a business. We spoke of opening our own tavern, making Mozak proud. You have not heard of Hadran? His reputation is one of darkness and cruel claws. They say he trades in slave flesh and skooma, that he makes deals with spies and traitors. I worry my sweet Tan is in over his head.
I'll crack him like a tree nut.
Welcome to Hadran's caravan. I'm Azum. I manage the games and the tavern. What can I do for you? You'll have to excuse me. I make it a policy not to discuss what guests have come to the caravan or what they do here. We value the privacy of our clients, you know. Ah, I understand. I'd like to help, but, you know, perhaps some of the game runners may have seen him. If you were to speak to them, maybe spend some coin, perhaps, they may recall this kitten. It's what I'd do, if I were you. Let's see. Dulan espies many things from his position at the Lizard racetrack, and most people that come to the caravan watch the spikeball races, so Bunal is a good bet. Kaba up at the Troll Ring has a keen eye for newcomers.
The next race is about to begin. Place your bets. Remember, the fine line between winning and losing is the finish line. Now is not the time for questions. Now is the time for betting. Place your bet on one of these fine lizards. Winners get fed, losers feed us. Right into the stew pot. After the race is finished, we can discuss your friend. You question my skill at cooking? This one stew is known for yards around. But, maybe you have a suggestion? An exotic recipe? Tand. Ah, yes. Dulan remembers him now. Yellow braids, younger. He was here. He lost many coins, then got into the moon sugar rum. Sad state of affairs. Oh, of this I am sure. But if Hadran heard about this... Well, the boss doesn't mind drinking, and he has a certain patience for owing. But drunks that owe a lot of coin tend to disappear. They are hard on the piece and bad for business. Who can say? Dulan never sees them again. Now go. This one has races to run.
You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at spikeball, the sport of champions. You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at spikeball, the sport of champions.
Why look when you have found your new calling? Spikeball is the most exciting new sport in all of Tamriel. You will be hero to all. Perhaps you do not understand. Bunal is running a business here. He must run a match. Perhaps after the match, Bunal will be more willing to discuss this Tand person. But only after the match. Fine, fine. Come back when you find some courage, Yellowtail.
Witness a diabolical duel of death and destruction. Place your bets. Two terrifying titans face off in a bloody battle of bulk. Welcome to the Troll Arena. Kaba has no interest in talking of troublemakers. All she speaks of are bets and trolls, winners and losers. Perhaps if you were to bet, she would remember a loser named Tand. It was you who stopped the Colovians? Out of respect for what you did at Arenthia, you may ask your questions, but be quick. I have much to attend to. Kaba remembers him. He bet and bet until he lost all his gold, crawled into the bottle. Azum heard of his losses, and his drinking and his debts. He might have even heard from Kaba. Who can say? She has tried to warn troublemakers off in times past, before Hadron can get his claws on them. This one does not know, and she does not want to know. Hadron makes troublemakers and debtors disappear. Kaba is not so curious about their fate that she would risk sharing it.
You look strong, sleek. Yes, come, come. Join the... Why look when you have found your new... Perhaps you do not understand. Yes, Bunal likes your style. The game is simple. You must run the course and beat the other runners to the finish line. Each of you will carry 3 spike balls. These you can use to throw at your opponents, to stun them and slow them down. Ready! Set! Spike ball!
Now I'm the drunk.
You fly like the wind and hurl like a giant. If you were to consider a career in Spikeball, this one would be pleased to be your manager. I remember your Tand. Yes, he was a fierce runner. Great speed. Very powerful. Spikeball? No, he was terrible at Spikeball. Hadron's men were chasing him. I have never seen such an athlete. This one thinks a Spikeball or two would have served him well.
Hadron would like a moment of your time. I wouldn't talk like that in front of Hadron. In my experience, prophecies like that have a way of fulfilling themselves. You brought this attention on yourself. Show a bit more subtlety, and you might just live through this day. Smartest thing you've said today. Yes, I'm taking you to Hadron. Mind what you say to him, and keep your guard up. And don't trust him. I certainly don't.
First hold, so much death. I hear the place still smells of fire and death.
For our little operation to work, everybody's got to watch everybody else. The dealers watch the players, the game bosses watch the dealers, and Azum watches the managers. Me? I watch everybody. But today, I'm watching you. Let me tell you about Tand. When he won, he collected. When he lost, he borrowed. When the well ran dry, he whined. He owes me a lot of gold. If I forgave the debts of every whiner with a sob story, I'd be out of business. Of course he's still alive. Dead men don't pay debts. We made a deal, him and me. He's working it off. Doing a little heavy lifting around the camp. And when he gets used up, I'm going to sell him. He doesn't know about that part yet. Why not? Come on, big shot. I'll take you to him myself. Walk this way. Destroyed!
Over here. Easy now. Don't kill the only ally you have in this camp. I just want to talk. Hadran's a monster. Over the years, the coin, the skooma, they've made him cruel. Cross him, and usually you end up buried in a hole out in the wastes. Kill him, and no one will mourn him. What I propose is simple. A kind of limited partnership. Kill Hadran and walk out of here with that boy, Tand. I've worked this caravan all my life. These people are my family. What started as a side business for Hadran is getting out of hand. Hadran's a slave trader. The Khajiit you're looking for isn't working off a debt. He's being sold on the open market. Grab some of the old uniforms in that tent. Free Tand and the other prisoners, and they can walk out in disguise. Hadran already has buyers set up. He'll be out for blood. He comes after you, and you take him out. Simple.
I wasn't stealing. I just slipped and put my hands in his coin pouch. Oh, finally, you cretins listen to reason. It was an accident. Phew, I think I should keep the money that fell into my palm, just as compensation for this incident.
My friends are gonna murder you for this. Just you wait. You are? Oh, thank you. I was so scared.
Flank me now!
This one promises to bring money next month. No, next week. You can't hurt me. Shifty can't get the money if... What? Really? Oh, thank Riddlethar. Untie this one.
Many thanks. We must get out of here. Tand thought he was going to be sold. This one thanks you for your help. Tand came here. He thought he could win money enough to open a tavern, make his father and his Sind proud. Before this one knew what was happening, he was dragged off by Hadran and his strongmen. They said they would sell this one to slavers. Yes, we must leave. The gate to the outside is just around the corner. Sind must be worried sick over this one.
Mine. You won't leave here alive. I need aid!
Sind!
Tand, you're alive!
I thought I'd never see you again.
You have returned my Tand to me. I do not know how it would have gone on without him. Your kindness will never be forgotten. How did you get him out of there? Truly, then thanks Rendar you came along. Tamriel is free of another Shaveskin Muskas. And Tand is returned to me. Bright moons and long life to you, Walker. We will remember you, always. Come here.
Please, no lecture. This one is sorry.
You deserve one. We were worried about you.
Tand knows.
Life is a story, yes? We must live through it together. You cannot skip to the last page. Win a life in a gambling den.
Tand knows. He just wanted to make you and Muzag proud.
We are proud of you. Your father, your sister, me. You do not need a lot of coin to make us proud.
Tand knows.
We're here for you, you know that. We'll get through this. This is nothing like the time with those Colovians, yeah? The time you almost lost your eye?
Ah, that was a bad one. This one loves you, Sind.
I love you too, Tand.
Tasia deserves better than this. She's a good person. Bright moons, traveler. Welcome to our little town of Srenja. Tasia does not suppose you'd like to help her fix the bridge. Apologies. I am just a little tired. Clan Mother Shazora's last assistant Urkad quit very suddenly. And Tasia has had to scramble. Many things to fix, many problems that need solving. Oh, you know, this is a small town. Even the smallest issue becomes a matter for waterhole chitter-chatter. If you're not a carpenter, perhaps you would be willing to take on some of these problems? Speak with the Clan Mother? Bright moons light your path, my new friend. Clan Mother manages town business from her office at home. You cannot miss it. The largest building in town. This one does not know. Some kind of difference of opinion? Tasia would suggest you speak with the Clan Mother if you'd like to know more. Oh, you know, small things for a small town. One of the older persons was complaining of rats. And Tasia thinks someone said children were stealing their crops.
I could use a break.
Shazura will hear your problem, but you must wait your turn. Do you not see all these people before you? Tasia sent you? Or Zalza? For what purpose? What have those lazy attendants done? Nothing has gone right since Rakad, but never mind. What do you mean? Perhaps. Lately, a few of our clanmates have been on my doorstep day and night. If you were to investigate, Shazura could get some real work done. Excellent. My 3 loudest kittens are Milk Eyes, Ezag, and Kalari. The clan knows Milk Eyes as a crotchety blind man, but really, he's a sweet old cat. Rats now live in his well, he says. Shazura is very fond, truth be told, and she does not want him hunting rats in the dark. Ezag is always complaining about something. This week, he says someone is stealing his crops. Shazura thinks it is the local children playing jokes, but he is sure bandits stalk his fields. Poor little Kalari. Of late, she's had bright moons and dark both. Her uncle passed away, but left her his old house. She tried to move in, and now swears the place is haunted. And which of my sad little kittens will you lift from the sand? You'll find his farm southeast of town. Shazura is sure there's nothing to that fat old Khajiit's whining. Your kindness may quiet him down, though, and she thanks you for that. Shazura is sure it will turn out to be nothing, but Ezag must always get his way. Luck to you. Rakad was my assistant for many years, made himself invaluable. Then Shazura finds he has been in contact with the smugglers and skooma dealers from Pa'alat. Shazura confronted Rakad about his dark dealings. He laughed, said she had become a feeble old cat. She showed him. Had Rakad run out of town. Now no one doubts who runs Srenja.
What do you want, stranger? You are in Ezag's light. This one has chores to do. Problem? Make that problems. Chickens eaten by predators, horses down with disease, and the damned fields. Which problem are you here to solve? Moon's blessed savior of Ezag's humble farm? So, Joan and Jode have chosen you to solve Ezag's problem. Which problem are you here to solve? You've seen the fields here, understand? Well, crops keep disappearing in the night. Clients just don't up and walk away. Shazura keeps telling Ezag it's just children playing pranks, but he has lost half his crop this week. It's bandits, damn it! Thugs and hooligans are taking Ezag's crop. Head down to the field, find their hideout, kill their leader, bring me his head. On second thought, do not bring Ezag a severed head. He would almost certainly throw up. What does it matter? Ezag grows moon sugar, of course. It is a common staple in Reaper's March. We trade it with other villages and sell it in the markets of Dune. Have you ever had moon sugar in crusted ham? Oh, delicious.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
There is someone in the field. Get them.
Do the same!
Stop the bloodshed. We should talk. You slaughtered Zurana's men, and now you come looking for her blood, yes? Perhaps there is another way. Rakad's deal was a good one, but it's not worth Zurana's life. We stole the crops, collected the coin, but now... perhaps you can make her a better offer. Perhaps you're right. Yes, yes. Zurana needs to find a new way to make coin. She will leave, and Rakad can find his moon sugar some other way.
So, Ezag was right? It was not children. Ha! Ezag knew it. That Shuzora thinks she is so smart. Did you deal with them? Is their leader lying in a puddle of blood somewhere? Ha ha! You have made Ezag's day. No, he's weak. Ezag shall name the next barn he raises in your honor. Not for Ezag, but over cards, this one's friend, Milk Eyes, complains of rats down his well. And his niece, Kalari, just inherited his brother's home. She has said there is something wrong with it. Ghosts? Perhaps you help them, as you did Ezag. Good. Now get gone. Ezag has many chores to do, and has already spent too much time joying with you. Milk Eyes, dead on the ground, gnawed by rats. Does Ezag have to carve you a picture in the sand? His home is just up the hill behind this one's farm. Make sure when you see Milk Eyes, you tell him he owes Ezag for their last match.
Hello? Who's there? Thesia? Tell your busybody clan matron I'm not here. You're here about the rats. Good. I can hear them down in the well. They must have found some way in, a back way. And lately some of the water has tasted funny. I'd do it myself, but if Clan Mother Shizura found out I'd gone down there, she'd string me up. Get down there, roust out those rats and make sure they can't get back in. All right, you know what's what. Now stop jawing at me and get rid of those rats. Maybe a week. Yes, just over a week. Those nasty creatures have been fouling my water and scrabbling around down there that long. Disgusting. If Shuzura liked me as much as she claims, she'd have sent someone over sooner.
Come here, and be quiet. Keep your voice down. Tasia has no interest in slavery today, thank you. While you were talking to Milk Eyes, Tasia was patching some holes in the well and, well, she fell in. It looks like the old cat has bigger problems than rats. Do you smell that? They're running a skooma lab down here. Tasia's going to hide right here. She's no smuggler killer. As for what you should do, the chemicals they use are very flammable. You might be able to smash up the tables. Then, just find a torch or a lamp. Burn the lab all at once.
Just getting started.
Are you well? That was quite a show. Tasia grabbed you, got you out of there. There was an explosion like we hoped. And then smoke and fumes from the skooma. We won't have to worry about that lab anymore. Tasia just did what anyone would have done, she thinks. Tasia, we'll go tell the clan mother what has happened here. You go tell Milk Eyes his rats are gone, yes?
What Ethan's going to do himself.
I smell smoke. What happened? A skooma lab? In my will? Get me my blade! It's around here somewhere. We'll go back down there together. You just point me in their direction and I'll cut them to giblets. Nice work. I'll get Clan Mother Shuzura to have Tasia seal up the cave, clean up my well and such. She's good at such things. With my skooma peddling rats dead, it should be nice and quiet out here.
But now that you mention it, I heard that little Callery girl crying about her uncle's house yesterday. Nice girl, reads to me sometimes. Might see if she needs a hand. Good. You should know, little one, that you've helped one of the most respected members of our small community, and you have his gratitude. Make sure Callery knows I'm thinking about her, all right? It warms an old man's heart to know a pretty girl thinks well of him. She says her house is haunted. Azag's brother, Enoch, though, owned that house for years before he passed. He never had any problems with dead people. Anyway, this one has never known her to lie. Azag's niece is good people.
Don't worry about Callery. Just mulling what she should do next. Callery is not even sure they are ghosts. She doesn't know what they are. I inherited this house from my uncle Enoch Do. He passed away not too long ago. When my brother Matal and I tried to move in... It's bad enough that these apparitions keep appearing and disappearing all over the house. But every busybody in Serenja keeps trying to help Callery, as if she was some kind of fragile flower. Dark moons. Be careful in there. Whatever they are, get too close to them and they'll send you flying. Callery found that out the hard way. Uncle Enoch and I were always close, I suppose. Callery's father died when she was a cub, and after he treated me like a daughter. His only other family in town is my other uncle, Azag. He already has a farm on the edge of town. They began showing up almost immediately after Uncle died. Very strange. Callery does not recognize any of their faces, and as far as she knows, no one has died in the house. Uncle passed away while on a trip to Dune. Oh, Matal is probably off getting into trouble, again. After our father passed away, my uncles Enoch Do and Azag tried to teach him right from wrong. He would never listen. Callery has barely seen him since we inherited this house. get any of those ghosts to talk? What did you find? What? Let Kalari see that. Matal and Enoch were running Skooma? And for Rakad of all people, Shazura's old assistant, Dark Moons and Dull Claws. Kalari does not know. But wait. Right here in the letter, Uncle says to get Kalari out of the house. And even says, make her think it is haunted or something. Matal, Moons bless him, is not very creative. Could he be behind the ghosts? Rakad's house. That's where he has to be. She kept seeing him near that well, wandering about. Kalari thought he was just being lazy, drinking water. To do this magic, or whatever it is, he would need a private place. That must be it. What happened? Was Matal in Rakad's house? Illusions? Kalari supposes that makes sense. Matal was always learning little tricks, little... But where is he? Where is Matal? No! Damn it, Matal, you stupid, stupid Khajiit. Why would he do this to himself? Why would he do this to me? Let Kalari read that. So Rakad threatens my life directly, and Matal thinks to save me through fear. The typical thinking of a stupid, stupid brother. He died for Kalari, that idiot. Such a waste. No, Kalari would like some time alone to think now. You have done so much for her. You should go speak to the clan mother. Tell her of all you have done for Sarenja. Thank you for all that you have done. May bright moons light your path, as they have not done for my family. Kalari will be all right. You will see. Just needs some time to deal with what has happened. Go, speak to Shazura. She will want to hear from you. Good. I'm sure she'll want to thank you for everything you've done for the village. Bright moons.
Shazura has heard you have been all over town, yes? Tazia has told this one of your exploits, your work. A great help to Srenja you have been. This one finds it hard to believe you've dealt with everyone already. You have helped Gentle Milk Eyes with his rats? Skooma dealers in Shazura's town? Dark moons. But then surely you couldn't have also helped Kust Ezag with the children stealing his crops.
I was here first.
What? That old buzzard was telling the truth? Fine, fine. Then we should make sure someone looks in on Kalari. Poor little girl is scared to death, thinking there are ghosts in her big new house. Dark moons and dull claws. What has become of my town, my Srenja? Bandits and spells and... Wait a moment. Did you say skooma dealers? Did the name Rakad come up at all as you dealt with these problems? Joan and Jode strike me down. Shazura had thought him run out of town, his dark influence purged from her clan. But no. Stranger, you have done so much for Srenja already. Will you help Shazura, she means Srenja, again? Shazura must admit, she let Rakad too close. She let Rakad do as he pleased for so long. When he was her assistant, Rakad would often use an old cave outside of town for projects. She never asked, because she did not want to know.
Well?
was just embarrassing.
Well, what did you find? Did he leave behind some papers? Something to show what's going on in Shazura's town? Shazura is speechless. Was Rakad there? There was a time when Shazura knew every plot, every rumor, every story within her village. Now, she cannot even banish a scoundrel like Rakad. Thank you. Please speak to Tazia. She'll offer you some coin for your service.
No, you weren't. This one was here long before you. You have served this community with distinction. Here you are. I know Shazura is hard to deal with, so Tazia will say what she cannot. Serenja's path is lit by bright moons, all because of you, traveler. From this day forward, you are always welcome in our little town.
So, I'm not good at this sort of thing, but there's something I want to talk to you about. Did I ever tell you I grew up in Skywatch? I was raised on the streets, but not alone. I had friends, good ones. And I want your help finding them. No, we were just a bunch of street kids, but we were close. We made do with what little we could scrounge up, carved out a good life for ourselves. But one day, they just vanished. I went out to find us a meal, and when I got back, Jaka, Silverslip, and Song were just gone. I've spent years trying to find any trace of them without any luck. But I finally have a lead from a friend in Skywatch. I want you to come with me. The tip came from an old friend, Brisha. We'll find him near Skywatch. Big softy, never left the place. This is the first lead on my friends I've had in years. I'm afraid to get my hopes up. It's been so long. Is this really my chance to find them? Like I said, there were 4 of us. We were all out on the streets for one reason or another. It's a tough life. Most turn a blind eye to dirty, hungry-looking street urchins. So we learned to look out for each other. We were inseparable. Most people were scared of Jaka. He's a Pamhar, so everyone wrote him off as a big dumb brute. But I've never met a kinder soul. He was always so generous, even though he didn't have a coin to his name. He was spiritual, too. I don't really know. I don't subscribe to that stuff personally, and he never pushed it on any of us. He just meditated a lot and always had something wise to say. Never got angry either, unless someone messed with me, Silversleep, or Song, that is. She's funny, that one. We called her Silversleep because she was always slipping in and out of the shadows. Like a knife, that girl. She never talked much about her past, but I don't think it was pleasant. Silversleep was all bared teeth and blood, even as a kid. Jaka might have been the tallest, but Silversleep was definitely the muscle of our operation. She could make a grown man piss himself in 3 words or less. Probably a survival tactic. Song was the best of us. She was quiet and kind, our moral compass. Balanced the rest of us out, you know? She never told us where she came from, but I think it had to be somewhere nice. She had manners and knew how to charm people. Useful, that. Something like that. She had nice clothes when we found her and just generally acted different. But she never complained about sleeping on the streets or sharing a moldy heel of bread between 4 people. She just seemed happy to be with us. Well, I went out to find us a meal like usual. But when I got back to our base, they were gone. I sat around for a while like an idiot, figuring they were just off doing something. Then I noticed signs of a struggle in the dirt. No idea. Nothing good, I'll tell you that. I asked around for months, trying to find someone who saw anything, heard anything. Whatever happened to them happened real quiet. Maybe because someone didn't want anyone finding out. Every so often, if a caravan that hired me passed by, I'd sneak back in and talk to people. But I was always worried that someone might be looking for me. I had no idea who took the others, so my imagination ran a little wild. Mostly I stayed away.
You are the Hallowed. You have come in our hour of need. Please, Moon Hallowed. We've been driven from the temple, and the Claw is in terrible danger. The Stonefire cult happened. They and the Dramathra beast slaughtered our holy order. All at the behest of that Javad Darn. Joan and Jode preserve us. I think they mean to take the Golden Claw, the holy symbol of our order. You must get the claw. Take it somewhere safe. You'll need the blessings of our High Priest to see you safely through. I think the Stonefire have taken them prisoner. Seek them out in the shrines east and west of the main temple. The Holy Waters of Dokren have kept the claw safe for years. I pray they keep you safe as well.
Bright moons, please, free me. May Jode bless you with his tears and keep you always at his breast. Why have you come to the aid of Consor Joe? This one felt sure he would die here. The monastery swarms with the Stonefire cult. But yes, the sacred claw must be kept safe. This one will bestow upon you the cool light of Jode's grace. This one is eternally grateful. May Jode's smile keep you safe. It is done. Good luck.
Yes, you are no cultist. You have come to save Mahazi. Thank you. How did you know to find us here? How did Joan lead you to this one side? Ah, so you are here for the claw, in point of fact. Well, Mahazi will not turn away help. Untie me, if you would. And the blessing. Joan watch over you. It is done. Protect the claw.
Be calm in the moonlight, Hallowed. Welcome to the Dokrin Monastery. These stones were old even in Ridthar Ridata's day as men. This one sensed the danger here, the threat to the Claw, and the threat to you, Hallowed. The Mane, the Claw, the Hallowed, the Moons, everything has its place on the path. You have already encountered the cult and their dark thralls. The cult, in their ignorance, tear at the temple walls. They want to enter the inner sanctum, overcome the wards, and claim the claw. Fools. The Stonefire have torn down several shrines to the Bright Moons. These shrines are the keys to entering the sanctum, but you, Hallowed, you have the blessings of Joan and Jode upon you. With a touch, you can reconstruct the shrines. Together we shall restore the altars. You wield the blessings of the Bright Moons, and Ridthar will attune their connection to Joan and Jode. Excellent. This altar is intact. It needs only to be attuned.
Yeah!
light mote it be.
That was fun.
Let the bright moons shine down. Cool light of the moons preserve us. The inner sanctum should be open to we pilgrims now. Joan and Jode smile down upon us. Are you ready to enter the reliquary, the inner sanctum of Dokrin? A final defense bars our way into the reliquary proper. The Guardian Sench stands watch inside. Normally, you would have to be a high priest of the lunar clergy to cease its protection. With the blessings you carry, you will have no trouble. This one, he senses a darkness moving towards us. The cult must have felt the change within the monastery. We should move quickly.
So, are you thank for dropping the barriers to the temple sanctum?
Here they touch the Sench and unlock the way to the reliquary. Joan and Jode be praised, the golden claw intact. The bright moon smile down upon us, traveler. The claw is safe. Just so. In peaceful times, the claw can sit in the darkness, at rest. This is not a peaceful time for the march. The claw may yet be a weapon against the Tharn and his brood, and the priests will know how to use it. Wherever the lunar winds take you next, know that you have done the Khajiit people a service today. Keep the claw safe, that it may protect our tomorrows as well.
You have saved the claw from true darkness. It is your sacred charge now. Truly, Riddaridata himself. This one is humbled by his faith in Azar. She will do her best to make him proud. The Order of the Claw will protect their most sacred relic. And the March will one day be cleansed of these shadows. Please, speak with me. I have no one else to turn to. Kindly traveler, thank you. I thought I'd never see another friendly face again. I came to make an offering to the Bright Moons. My brother Indal is off at the front in Cyrodiil, and I was to pray for his protection. That was when the screaming started. Yes, they were everywhere. The dark spirits clawing at my throat. I tried to run, but I didn't. Please, you have my letter, my offering. Finish what I could not. Place the offering pouch at the nearby shrine to the waxing moons. Then my letter at the shrine to the bright full moons. Finally, light a candle for Indal at the waning moon shrine on the hill. Indal!
I have no
Please,
choice.
Don't go!
It is my duty, Teia. Take this token. Pray for Indal. Promise?
I promise, Indal. Stay safe. Joan and Jode, keep this one's brother safe. Watch over Indal. Keep him safe in the fighting to come. Bring him home. He's all I have left.
Dokrin Monastery. Is this a dream? Teia, no! What's going on?
Indal, I'm here. I'm sorry, brother. I am dead.
Teia, this can't be true. This must be a dream.
This is a dream for you, but I speak the truth. A kindly stranger has fulfilled your sister's prayer. Joan and Jode saw fit to reunite us one final time.
This can't be goodbye.
Your Teia will always be with you. I love you, brother.
I love you, sister.